did for us.
Right.
Right. The fact that I was able to see an entrepreneur and a parent, my kids have seen that, and their friends have seen it. So I honestly believe that perhaps, I don't know what God has for us. He certainly has done more in our lives than we ever anticipated. And we went from being a regional professional services company to now a national software manufacturer. Who knew? Right. And that's why I encourage people to become entrepreneurs. Don't worry about having, in MBA school they told me, okay, when you get ready to start a business, you need $250,000 to start your business. Forget about it. We would never start then.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Cecil and I scraped together our money, $5,000. We've employed hundreds of people, right? And our dreams. It's our dreams that fuel us, and God will give you the rest.
Yes.
Right. And so He put it on our heart, and each time, we've needed something, He's given us a little more because He's entrusted us, and we've done well with, what He's given us, and He gives us more, because we're, stewards of it.
Of course.
And so.
It's hard work though.
Oh no,
Yeah,
but by all means.
We've missed a lot of birthdays. We've missed a lot of funerals. We missed a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
Right? We missed a lot of parties. Things like that.
Well, we've had some. I have no regrets.
Right.
When I think about our lives, I'm just grateful, eternally grateful for the things that we have done. And like I said, when you look at our humble beginnings, and he has a theme song that started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
You got a theme song, Cecil?
Every hero tries to control with your own theme song.
But when you start from such humble beginnings, right? You grow up in. No one has any expectation that you will leave Chicago, right? Let alone get out of the neighborhood that you grew up in, and you do that, and you excel in ways that people just would not have tagged you to.
That's true.
We've grown our wealth in ways we could not have imagined the first day we laid eyes on one another.
Yeah.
And,
I know.
Well, you knew.
You saw it all along.
I said she paid.
I grew up on the humble streets of Baltimore, and granted, a modest, low middle income, family, but certainly not the wealth, that we've been able to develop together and grow together. So, and that's why it's imperative that you said, like your kids, they have to have examples.
Of course.
Because that's the only way that's the game changer in our community, is building wealth in our community. So it's, it's essential. But we work hard, and while we've missed some events, we value family, so we try not to miss, many of those. We do things together, like, we took up cycling, last year, and I've been inspired by that. I'm going to actually, on October 6th, weather permitting, about 100 miles in the Seagull Century. And that's just one of these most recent things. We took up boating 20-some years ago, to do that together. And we watched football together. What else? We're both in the sororities, fraternities.
Okay.
So we do Greek stuff together.
So you find things to build on that bond with one another.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You do
travel
have
together.
Yeah. And that's amazing. I think that when you are building something, the price you pay is not being able to participate in a lot of things in the beginning. My grandfather was president of one of the largest unions in Miami. And as a result, he didn't have time to go to every football game that my dad participated in, because I think his focus was building the family security, so you see certain things growing up. And then I look at my son, who's now 30, and he's in an industry where a lot of us are being blocked from making money because he's all things, he has a master certification in all things cannabis. And so you know it's hard for us to break the door down in that industry. Like I didn't even know he was going to school for that. But what he always said is, Ma, you always encourage me to have my own. You know, he watches what I do. I'm always like, why am I going to spend 8 hours a day making someone else rich when I can put that same time into what I want to do? And sometimes you say things to your kids and you don't think they're listening.
Oh, yeah.
But he was listening, yeah. And that's kind of like a proud moment for me as a parent. But what I would like to see more of in our community is more unity, because we need more jobs. We need more of us to have businesses to employ us.
Sure.
You know, so how can we go about making that change?
And it's one of those things that, so remember that show we talked about, we were one together.
Yeah.
One of the points that I tried to get in, and back to this whole point of supporting each other. So we're going to start an initiative. We're actually starting two, but one that I want to start next year is the whole concept of Black Friday. It's changing the meaning of it for us to support, from supporting, you know, big business the day after Thanksgiving to supporting our everyday business every Friday and being conscientious about spending, you know, in our community. And you'd be surprised what a whirlwind effect that we could just have. And think about it, we'll get beyond that 45 seconds or 45 minutes of dollar stand in the community. So that's one of the things. One of the other things that Cecil and I are doing is starting a STEM academy, a science, technology, engineering, and math academy. That's one of the ways that we're going to leave our legacy in Baltimore.
Where are you guys setting
It
up?
will actually be housed in our building
Okay.
in downtown. So our office is located a half block north of City Hall, right on Holiday Street. And so we'll start this academy. It would be for middle school students to come in. The program is geared for them to learn how to build computers. So one of the ways I'll get my son involved.
Okay.
He's
That's
a senior in high school, and he will actually teach the kids how to build their own computer. He builds computers for my business
Oh, wow.
today, and so he'll teach them part by part how to put a computer together, and then from there they'll learn how to apply software to it, how to network the computers, and then ultimately we're going to teach them how to code.
I'm in.
You're in.
I have a kid, very precocious kid, was in the 5th grade, and ever since he was in the 2nd grade, he said he wanted to be an engineer.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. That's how this works. Yeah.
And he's to my home. I mean, he's in 5th grade reading at like 7th grade level.
Oh, I believe
You
you.
know,
I believe
and
you.
he's just all things, and we've been, you know, Howard County, you know, is a great, my wife is all in all these resources about programs here. We sending them to math camp, we sending them to, we were like one of the first families to go into the first tee, which was back in the day.
Oh, sure. Golf.
Tiger Woods, you know,
Okay.
my oldest daughter, you know, we put her in there, you know, and they had some really great resources, and we've been looking for like, you know, we did like Apple Camp and stuff,
Sure.
and at that moment, but I am totally pleased. Want to get y'all information, and whenever he is eligible, he's going to be the first little kid.
Right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, my hot flashes is like really kicking in.
My phone died. You
It's
having a
because of
comment?
the hotness from the hot flash. That's why. So Natasha says he is doing right. They lit us in jail for what is now a commercial industry. Oh no, she said they put us in jail for what is now a commercial industry. When you visit different places and you are marketing your product, even though they're looking at you in a way of this can't be yours, it has to feel empowering to know that yes, it's us, and to see the look on their faces when they realize, oh, this is their company. That has to feel good.
It does, but
Yeah.
not as good as the sale.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
true.
was thinking.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel
Yeah.
as good as the sale.
Mhm.
Walking out of there with the sale,
Okay.
and sometimes we're the only ones that we have to talk to about it because
Yeah.
our friends, our family, they're in corporate America, and they just don't. Sometimes they just don't understand.
That's true.
One of my best friends will just say, "Well, you just need to call them up and just call for a meeting." I say it doesn't work like that. I just can't call the CTO and say I want to meet with you. They, we're peons to them. Now if I was Oracle or one of these other companies,
Right.
I can do that, but I can't do that. And sometimes things for them is so easy because they're with the Fortune 500 companies and
Right.
things like that, and sometimes they can't put themselves in a
So
position.
what do you think the biggest, aside from the obvious, what do you think the biggest setback is? Is it a thing that in the back of their mind they can't fathom that you can deliver on such an amazing product that you're selling?
It's well for the minority or the African American that's in that position to make the decision, and they're really in a very interesting position because if they buy it, then someone is telling them they bought it because we're black,
Okay.
right? And then
But no other race has to answer those
Justify.
questions.
Right.
Justify
Exactly.
that,
But I was down in Tarrant County, Texas, and it's the first time I've seen like a real cowboy. The purchasing person came in with cowboy boots. It had a spur on it. He had the little thing that you spit in, right? And
So he fulfilled every stereotype.
yeah, and and that's when it really hit me because he was ignorant enough to share with me his mentality. There was no, he was not covert about it. The real good ones are so smooth with it. You leave feeling good,
Yeah.
right? And they never intended on doing business with you, but you leave there believing that there's a chance, right? This guy, from the time he walked in, I knew that it wasn't a chance. I was scheduled to give a 1 hour demo. He came in 45 minutes after it was supposed to start and held me to the rest of the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so after I finished, he said, "That's good." He said he's been doing business with the same people since he's been the procurement person, and he doesn't see why he needs to change. And if the people he's doing business with said that they're doing business with minorities, then he believes them. And he said, "Thank you for your time seeing this in Tarrant County, but that new garage that we built across the street, there were some minorities that did the landscaping." And I was like, "Wow, thank you."
Wow.
He spit in his thing again, and I was like, "Wow, okay." And so much so that the lady that invited me, all she could do was apologize. She's like, "I'm so sorry. Now you see what I'm dealing with." And I said, "You know what? I appreciate you trying. And if you're going to try, I'm going to meet you halfway and at least come in and try to sell my wares and things like that." That doesn't hurt as much as the ones where you go in and they're just crabs in a barrel.
Right.
And,
Right.
and all you could think is if you knew my struggle just to get to this point, you would be helping.
And that's back to
You
what
would
I'm
be
saying.
celebrating a company like this.
We've gotten so comfortable, and we're resting on our laurels. And in the meantime, other communities are progressing, and the African American community is not progressing in the same. But those other communities would not be where they are if not for the work of our forefathers.
Exactly.
Right, and the lives that we expended fighting for the liberties that now allow so many others to participate in the capital game. So, and like you said, they take for granted.
They take for granted.
They take for granted that the businesses that are out here risking their livelihoods, every day. They just take for granted that, it's just something to do,
Right. With us
So
I
having,
understand how difficult it can be.
This is the 4th year of our users conference.
The 5th year.
5th year. So the first year, Donna said, Cecil, I have a great idea. Why don't you put on a golf tournament? And I said, yeah, I'm just learning how to play golf. I said, yeah, I'll do that. I'll start with my friends. That way I know I'll get some people out there to play. Right? It's just more important to have the golf tournament. Even if the people, the customers that are flying in, don't participate in the golf tournament. Like the fact that you can put golf tournament on your agenda for your conference, it just makes you look bigger.
yes.
Even if it's just you and your friends going out to play golf. So I pick a place to play golf, right? And I call my friends up. I say, hey, I'm putting on this golf tournament. Listen. They say, how much is it? And I said, $130 a person. They said, where are you playing? I said, I'm playing here. They said, oh, it's not worth $130. And it just cuts like a knife.
It does.
It's not about the golf game. It's not about playing golf. I'm just trying to get some people out there to play the game, right? It's not about playing golf.
So that's a nice segue for me to tell them about how we're going to celebrate this 25th anniversary celebration. So over the years, Cecil and I have thrown, and we're known for the parties that we throw. They've all been free.
Okay.
And so I told my friends and colleagues, we're going to take advantage of our early morning software turning 25. And at the conference, Wednesday night, we have an opportunity for folks to buy tickets to our fabulous party. And it's back to our legacy is that these proceeds will support the middle school STEM program. So we're very transparent that please come out. There's only probably about 150 tickets that can be purchased, and we know tons of people, but we're expecting them to spend $125 for a ticket and for a very, very worthwhile cause to support this program that will provide these opportunities. We have to create our own pipeline.
That's true.
Right? And we just talked about how reliant we are on other communities in many cases to create opportunities for our kids. We have to do it for ourselves, and that's what this STEM program is about. Oftentimes, Cecil are trying to hire and can't find qualified candidates. Right here in our city, which is majority African American. Why should we have to, go other places, right? And so we should be able to be a part of that solution. And so with this STEM program, we're going to be a part of it and introduce the middle school students, get their interest in technology, and create a way for them to see. And there's a way for me to create, an opportunity for myself. So we ask that, folks come out, support the event. You go online at prismcompliance.com and you can purchase tickets right there. So we've got almost 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks before the event takes place on the 26th at the Royal Sonesta.
Okay.
See, that's what she does.
That's the marketing. And so how can we
I was thinking on every word. I was like, where is it going to be?
Right.
Yeah.
So how can we, or how can my people get in touch with you?
So the easiest way is to contact our office, and my assistant Omar can assist with anyone who's interested in the campus conference, interested in learning more about PRISM, or interested in supporting our event. We have opportunities for advertisement, opportunities for sponsorship, and opportunities to attend the 25th anniversary celebration. Our number is 410-394-9012. And so just give us a call and we'll help, get that assisted. You can also visit our website. If you go to PRISM, PRISM compliance.com, the information is there also on the conference. You can learn more details about the conference. You can get access to buy gala tickets as well as register for the conference as well.
And I'll post it in the Intimacy Chronicles group and on my Facebook page as well.
I appreciate
So,
it.
yeah. We definitely have to have you all come back because
Oh, yeah, we
I
can
feel
tell
like
all
it's
kinds of
so
stories.
much
Oh, my
information
goodness.
that
Very
we
much.
left on the table, but also we received a lot of information. You've helped definitely some of the people listening tonight, especially Natasha. It gave her a fresh perspective. So I gotta have y'all back.
Well, we would love to come back. We feel that, at least it's my view, we're kind of obligated. You know, we've been blessed
Yeah.
so richly that if this is a simple way for us to get back and you know, and be an inspiration to someone else and make a difference. I rely on the opportunity so that because there's someone else that will bless us,
Of course.
and we haven't gotten here without other people reaching toward us, so we have to, you know,
Yes.
reach back. So if there's an opportunity, we'd love to.
I feel that you were put in my path for a reason.
Absolutely.
So I'm honored to have you and Cecil here tonight. And Rich and I have been working together for what, 4 years?
Yeah,
4 or 5?
yeah,
Yeah.
almost 5 years now.
And it's so funny because I started working with him because he has a band called Tropical Soul, a jazz band.
They still drum.
They are phenomenal.
Nice.
And 2 years ago, I asked him to be my co-host. So I'm loyal. When I develop a good relationship with someone, I like to keep that going because we can continue to be a blessing to one another.
So I'm definitely a novice here.
Yeah.
There's no Phil Bradley here.
He was hesitant, but he's a great host with that radio voice of his.
But you know, it makes it easy when you have, because when the more you guys talk, the more we were genuinely interested. I mean, just based on the comments. Like I said, you never know who you inspire.
True.
And it's sometimes you inspire people you don't even know, and that's just the way. That's just the grand scheme of things. And I've learned a lot, and I definitely appreciate you guys sharing your story, sharing your candor, your honesty, and the struggles, the ups and downs, everything. I'm sure we only got the tip of the iceberg.
Yes,
And
exactly.
it's just more to your story.
Right.
But I really appreciate you guys just spending time with us this evening.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah.
She's incredible.
Both of
You
you
did
are
good, man. You did
incredible. The love that you all
Because
have
he
is
tries to
amazing.
stay behind the scenes, and I have to draw him out.
Yeah. So you haven't heard the end of Donna Stevenson and Cecil Robinson. We're going to have them back because we have a lot to learn from them, and we have to help one another. I can't have a platform like this and not bring people out to talk about what they do and how valuable they are in our community. So thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Okay.